Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for August. I hope everybody's well. I would like to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Aquarius, so guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. We're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at the month of August from the first week all the way to the end of August. As always, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you, though, Aquarius. Spirit, what would you like Aquarius to know for August? What would you like Aquarius to know for August? All right, so Aquarius, you're starting out with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and it is crossed by the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is kind of known as a divorce queen. She has gone through quite a bit. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, so I see an ending that has occurred here. I do feel that you are open to communication, but you have your boundaries really strong, and you're not putting up with anything. Let's see what happened here in the past. I do feel like you are in your power, though. Six of Swords, yeah, you've moved away from something chaotic here in the recent past. You're moving towards your peace, and part of that peace has to do with this ending. And I feel like you definitely are, how do I word this? Like you've gone through a lot with regard to all of this, but I feel like you're in power now. You're in control of yourself. You have good boundaries. You've learned these boundaries. And you've learned how to bring your own peace into the situation. Show me why all this is happening. Knight of Swords in the reverse. There could have been a really ugly argument that caused this ending. I also feel like you could have been dealing with somebody who was not truthful. You're not really communicating with them at this point. What's on your mind is the world in reverse. You're thinking that things aren't completely, over here. There's still some unfinished business before this wheel turns and this cycle completes. Let me see August for Aquarius. Page of Wands in the reverse. You could have somebody new trying to come in. I definitely feel like this person from the past, or this situation from the past that has ended, I feel like you're not really talking to that person. There's a sense here of a new inspiration, whether it's a person or a new situation that has yet to happen, but it's like on the verge. It's about to come in. Yeah, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So whatever this past situation is, it looked really great, and then it just took this sudden downward spiral, which is why we see you in this energy of being very cautious, being very, I wouldn't say defensive, but definitely got those boundaries up. You're feeling a little bit stuck. I do see that. You're waiting for this to turn into a better direction, and you feel kind of like, you got a raw deal. Okay, so let's see the energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Aquarius. Oh, you got communication coming in. Eight of Wands. It's coming in fast, too. Yeah, somebody's going to be communicating back and forth very, very quickly. Show me what Spirit's advice is. Seven of Cups in the reverse. A situation that was very confusing will be clarified. It will be cleared up. Your outcome is the Tower. So something here is collapsing because it wasn't built on a solid foundation. But, you actually need that to happen here, Aquarius. If it's not built on a solid foundation, it will be shaky forever. And it's just a matter of when is it going to collapse, So, bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. This is underlying energy. I like the Six of Cups a lot. It's a very sweet energy. It talks about the past. It talks about good memories. It can talk about a soulmate or somebody from the past returning. And we are in a Mercury retrograde right now, so it's just a very sweet energy, though. So you could have somebody coming back from the past, somebody that you think highly of, and this person could even be bringing flowers or a gift of some sort. But let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Ace of Wands in reverse for Aquarius? King of Cups. Yeah, so this is about love. There was an ending here. You had to move forward from somebody that you definitely deeply loved. You've put your boundaries up. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign. Yeah, there were a lot of problems here. There were a lot of problems. It wasn't that there was no love. There were just, you know, somebody here was creating a lot of issues, a lot of problems. And I feel like you've had to put your boundaries up. You've had to, and you're still willing to talk to this person. I feel like you still have feelings for them. But I also feel like, you know, so there's somebody new here? Somebody new you're moving towards somebody new, whether you're aware of it or not. Interesting. You may also feel like, some of you may feel like somebody from the past owes you an apology. But there's somebody new in your energy here in the recent past. So you may have met somebody. You may have met somebody and maybe you don't even know that they have feelings for you. Why is the Knight of Swords in reverse? Yeah, Four of Swords reversed. Why is all this happening? Because you're coming out of this energy where you've been healing. You're kind of re-entering the world. Is that where you met this new person? Or it could be somebody from the past trying to come back to, you know, reopen something with you. It's a sweet energy either way. Somebody that you may not have talked to in a very long time could be approaching you, could be coming back to communicate. Let me see the World. Yeah, because that's kind of what it's looking like. Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's something. So this is what I'm seeing here. There's somebody that is approaching you almost like, it could even be somebody you haven't talked to in quite some time. It's been a while. This is somebody that you actually really loved. There was an ending between you and that person. There were a lot of problems there. And I do feel that there's somebody that's coming back in. There's unfinished business here. There's unfinished business. Either they turned you down in the past or you turned them down. I do feel like there's a lot of new energies around you right now, Aquarius. I definitely, and some of them well, very few actually, are you interested in. You're turning people down left and right. So I feel like you're free. You're free and you're out mingling after a period where you were not. But most people just don't interest you. Most people don't catch your eye. But in the recent past, someone did. Someone did. Let's look at August. Because I see you in the current energy, like not really accepting a lot of new offers, but somebody may have caught your eye. All right, so show me August for Aquarius. So weird, because there's that Knight of Swords in reverse again. All right. So there it is. There's that Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Four of Cups, Five of Wands. Here we have the Page of Wands in the upright. We have the Five of Coins, Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Devil reversed, King of Wands, Ten of Coins. There's your Six of Swords again. That's in your recent past. And then we have the Ace of Wands in the upright. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So, Aquarius, I feel like there's somebody here that you could feel like you're not really speaking to this person. You may have had an argument with this person at some point. I do feel like this is somebody that you had some kind of conflict with, some sort of an argument. There's been a lack of communication. You haven't been talking with this person. but they do cross your mind every so often. Whoever this person is coming back into your energy, likely in the second week of August. Yeah, I definitely see it. So it's very interesting energy. It's somebody who may have abandoned you or you abandoned them. I feel like they walked away from this connection though, and this person is coming back in. They walked away, leaving you in this energy of feeling abandoned. And you did finally get over it. So for somebody out there, there is somebody from your distant past that you have history with, that you loved. This person abandoned you. They rejected you and walked away. This person's coming back in, just so you know, likely in the second week. But for the rest of you or the others, I do see that you're dealing here with somebody, or you have been dealing with somebody that is a bit immature. This is somebody who pitches tantrums when they don't get their way. This is the person that you had this ending with. This is somebody who is very juvenile in the way that they communicate or talk. And I feel like there's an argument happening here in the first week of August with this person. There's definitely some conflict that's coming because this person is very immature. And I feel like you feel very disrespected in the first week. Yeah, there's a sense of disrespect that you feel. And I feel like this is this person from your past. I'm also seeing that in the second week, the second week is when either this person from your distant past or a new person comes into your energy. I'm seeing a new energy here. But I feel like you're so focused on what has occurred with this other person, this past energy where you've had this ending, that you don't even recognize it. You don't even recognize it. And I'm seeing here that by the middle of the month, you're feeling kind of stuck in these energies of, being abandoned, being rejected, the conflict that's occurred. And you're so stuck in these energies, Aquarius, that you're not really recognizing that there's new offers out there for you. Yeah, so for some of you, this person from a distant past is coming back in the second week, and, second week to the middle of the month. And for others of you, there's somebody new that's coming in. But you're kind of in this very stuck energy, unable to move forward. Be careful with your money, particularly in the middle of the month, because I do see an unexpected loss financially for somebody, but you will regain it by the end of the month. Possibly through a loan, through family or a close friend. In the third week of August, I see you working on yourself. If you have any sort of codependent energy or any sort of addiction, I see you really working on yourself because you're realizing that was what was keeping you stuck. And I see you being very proactive in taking care of that. And it's going to work out well for you because it's taking you away from the chaos that you've been engaged in. So, this decision to work on yourself and come out of this stuck energy in the third week of August is really pivotal. It's a really good move. And I do see you being very proactive with that. I also feel like some of you could be meeting this King of Wands in the middle or in the third week of August. This person will be very financially stable. They could own a business. And I do feel like you're going to be moving towards that person with a new connection here. It's going to be very passionate. This person is very passionate. And they're definitely somebody that is well-liked. People enjoy being around this person. They have a really good way about them. They're going to be very different from this person from your past. The person from your past could have been a bit immature. And I do feel like your family and friends are going to really like this new person. I see by the end of the month, you're moving away from all the chaos here of the past, particularly this energy with this past person that was so immature. And you are moving into a brand new connection here. Now, let me see your energy. Yeah, you've got a new beginning by the end of August. A passionate new beginning at that. All right, so you have the Two of Wands, the Emperor, and you have Temperance in reverse. So yeah, I'm seeing that there's this stuck energy that you're experiencing, and then you make this decision to take control of your life, to become, you know, to increase your energy, to become your own emperor here, and, you know, begin to balance out and heal your energies. So I'm seeing that, you know, in your energy here, and I'm seeing it in August. Sometime around the 3rd week is when I see that transition comes into being. And it's going to really allow you to take control of your life and take control of the situation. Some of you could actually be moving in, you know, like opening up a business, or you could be like doing some sort of a side hustle here. But I see you making plans, and I see that, you know, I see you taking charge of this situation. And it's really going to change. It's going to move this wheel of fortune. It's going to bring it around into the upright. So something has happened here in the past, really, that is causing that to happen. I definitely feel like your emotions are going to be a little bit up and down, so be aware of that. But overall, it looks like you're in charge of yourself and the situation, so that's good. Let's see the energy coming towards Aquarius. Show me the energy coming towards Aquarius in August. The Hierophant could be a Taurus, Justice. That's the sign of Libra, and the Queen of Swords. So you've got more than one person approaching you, and that's what I saw over here. But most of these people you're not really invested in or interested in. It could also be an Aquarius or a like a fellow Aquarius, or it could be a Gemini. But what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be a lot of talk back and forth. There's going to be a lot of sudden changes. You've got somebody that's trying to approach you. This person is wanting commitment with you. This is somebody who is approaching you properly. Yeah, they're definitely approaching you in a proper way. And they recognize you. They also recognize that you've gone through some things, and that you're you know, you're definitely a little, I wouldn't say defensive, but you're cautious. But this is somebody that wants commitment with you. Others of you, I see that there's some sort of a legal, this is a legal person who is going to advise you with regard to something to do with this past person. So this could be an attorney or an advisor of some sort. It could even be a spiritual advisor. But they're going to advise you with regard to something legal. And you're going to be listening to them. You're going to be cautious, but you're going to be listening to them. It's like everybody wants your ear in the month of August, Aquarius. Everybody is wanting to talk to you. There is another energy that I'm seeing here. And this person has gone through some things as well. They're going to be just as cautious as you are. But there is going to be a discourse back and forth between the two of you. This could be a spiritual leader of some sort, but they're going to be very truthful. And the good news is that I don't see any negative energies approaching you. I just feel like most of these energies you're just not interested in. All right, so let me see. Let me see Spirit's advice. All right, so we have the Hermit, we have the World, and we have the Magician. So Spirit is basically saying that all of this confusion is going to end, but it's going to come because you're putting the end to the cycle. You're going within, you're finding the answers, you're manifesting what it is that you want. And so all of this confusion that you've gone through, it will end, but it's coming about because, just like I said, in that 3rd week, you decide to take the reins, you decide to take control. And not only are you putting an end to old cycles here, Aquarius, but you're manifesting in what it is that you do want. So I think that the energy here is really good. Let me see why we have the Tower. Show me the outcome for Aquarius by the end of the month. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So this Tower moment is coming about because you're tired of waiting for something here to resolve. And there's a decision here that you're making that this is not where your future needs to be. I feel like that has to do with this past person. I do see somebody approaching you very patiently, wanting to invest, and you're going to have a decision to make. I do feel like you are really working on, stabilizing yourself, finding your own balance, deciding what is for you and what isn't for you. You definitely are going through a Tower moment from this past person, but I find that you're getting, by the end of the month, you're going to get your balance back here. And I'm definitely seeing that there is somebody here that wants to invest in you and they're going to be very patient. They've been waiting. This person's kind of been waiting to see, is Aquarius ready for this? Yeah, and they're not pushing you. They're not pushing you to do this. So bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. This is underlying energy. So this person could be a soulmate. They could also be somebody from your past, but regardless, it's going to be a balanced and equal give and take. So it's good energy. I can see you're definitely going through something, right? But I feel like you're resolving it by the end of the month, and I feel like it's good energy. All right, let's see if there's anything further. Let's get an oracle card for Aquarius. Yeah, the fall time frame could be very important because this is a time we see the fall leaves here. So you have number 9. That indicates that you're very close to the end of a cycle. And you have hope. So let's read that. Give me just 1 second. All right. It says, hope is the offering that carries us forward into the darkness, unbowed and unbroken, despite the knowledge of the true challenges which face us. Hope allows us to see the beauty and exquisite shifts and changes within the natural world without becoming frightened of what they are omens of. The winter of the soul. When this card comes to you, you are asked to be receptive to hope and to allow its gentle, uplifting sweetness to bring joy and comfort into the days that grow cold. Hope will allow you to be realistic, but to also stay present and without fear, which can cripple and inhibit our pleasure in the turning of the wheel of the year. As your life moves into a time that will bring some challenges, you are given the gift of hope, which will stay with you, helping you to see the gifts in all the moments in which others will allow the challenge to steal the meaning from them. Allow the changes to take place and treasure all the time you can spend with loved ones and with the natural world, and give yourself the time to relish the ever-changing world all about you. Reach out and take the gift of hope. Carry it within your heart and let it warm you, even as the days become harsher, even as people grow cold. Know that this time is impermanent and that all will change again and again. You are within a beautiful time that will not last externally, but the offering of its beauty will stay alive in your energy for all time. Give yourself time in nature, observe the changes, and watch others as they change too. Yeah, you're going through a lot of changes here. And I know that some of those changes can be very scary, Aquarius, but I do feel like, you have good things coming in. So just be patient with this. Allow that wheel of fortune to change for you, and, keep your chin up. I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with the reading, Aquarius, please hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Aquarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.